Hey everyone, welcome back to John's Watch. Today I'm taking a look at an upcoming game called Become the Moon. This game is going to be released on June 19th, 2025, and it's developed by Feldspar Games and published by Alibi Games. This is a deck-building auto battler. Draft cards, collect relics, and cast spells to create game-breaking combos. Assemble a team of oddballs and misfits and shoot for the moon. So this is a very interesting game. I've played 45 minutes or so just to get a feel for it, and it's like a little bit like Hearthstone. It's got a lot in common with Hearthstone for sure. I just wanted to start by looking at the settings quickly because there's no real settings. These are the graphics options. If you look up in the top left, you can see it's locked to 60 FPS. It's not the end of the world, especially for a card game, but I always like seeing, options to go higher than that. So hopefully unlocking FPS or giving more caps in the future would be great. But obviously this is, I'm playing pre-release because it's not out yet. So if we click play, we can do a new run or a new daily run. Daily run lets you play against other people. There's sort of like compete against other people. There's online leaderboards. I'm not very good at the game, so I'm just going to do a new run. And at the start, you can pick one of 10 characters to be like your hero, and they have different stats and abilities. So this guy, Birdsong Reverie, he starts with +1 minion capacity because you can only have so many, and he's got one hero attack and 10 hero health. We'll get into that, don't you worry. And we've also got Piotr here, where I can skip cards instead of re-rolling them. I've only done like one game with Birdsong Reverie, who's focused around flying minions, especially with his bird Dell there. So I'd like to try him again because he was pretty good. So yes, we will choose him. Ding ding, let me at it. And something very fun about this game is that you have relics. You have your 6 relics over here, and they are items that give you permanent buffs. Very, very roguelike. So I mean, there's some good options here. Like right here at the start of every battle, my leftmost minion would get +1 attack. And if I manage to exhaust cards by removing them from my deck, this would get upgraded. Or I could do, when I play a spell on a friendly minion, it can have +1 attack or +1 health at random. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for people counter. It sounds kind of fun. And this is our game board kind of thing. This is where we're progressing through. And another neat thing about this game is that you can actually draft your own deck at the start. So I think you start with like 6. I think it's like 6 basic cards, like standard cards in your deck. But then you get to choose 5 new cards to add. And this tells me that it's 5 or 6 new cards. I think it's just 5. So basically, it'll give me a bunch of options of 3 cards. I choose one, gets permanently added to my deck. And you do this at the start of every run. So it's a really nice way of making every run feel different, because you're not always starting with the same old deck. So I'm probably just gonna grab the cards, because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of reading out effects that don't really make too much sense to people watching. So I'll do that pretty quickly. And ideally I would have got more flying minions. You can see here, flying minions have 33% chance to dodge attacks. Because of my character, I start with Dell, who makes flying minions cost less. That would have been pretty good, but we didn't actually get any. So this is the board. We basically set up our auto battling minions. We've got mana over here, mana cost at the top of cards. If you're familiar with Hearthstone, it really does play, or it has a lot in common with Hearthstone. It doesn't really play like Hearthstone because it is an auto battler. But I mean, even the UI, attack, health, very like Hearthstone. We're gonna start by playing my We're gonna start by playing this bird and this star student, just so we've got 2 minions on the board. Then we can play my free spell. Basically, once combat starts, which it will do right now, this will do 5 damage to a minion, instantly kills it. And then once a board is wiped out completely, your minions just turn into 1 attack things that damage your opponent's hero, and once everything on the field is gone, you and your opponent just bash into each other, doing your attack to their health, and vice versa. We'll see that at some point, don't you worry. Throwing knife seems pretty good here. So the rewards are either a relic or a special spell. And like the spells are one-time only use. So this way I could get an exhausted card back to my hand. This relic, I want to have exhausted cards, so that one's not very useful for me. Throwing knife's pretty good. I definitely picked at least one minion that can summon minions during battle, so we'll take that one. This one right here. After this attacks and survives, summon a random common minion. This one would also summon. Let's do middle manager, because that's just quite funny. Just a random minion. And I guess I should have said your minions attack left to right, basically, and they go in order. So we'll actually see the combat this time. Although, because these guys have quick attack, I think they'll all get to attack together instead of it going like my turn, their turn, my turn, their turn. I think it'll go like my turn, their turn, and then back to me. We'll see. You can also arrange your minions wherever you want them. But actually, I probably want her to go first, because she'll attack and survive. So let's see how this works. Excellent. So, this game does go very fast. And even after playing 45 minutes, I still, like, I press, like, start battle, and it just, like, goes boom, 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 and it's done. So I think what happened there, because she summoned a minion, that triggered my throwing knife relic, which dealt 2 damage to the only remaining enemy minion, who had 2 health, so it just killed it instantly. Hopefully that makes sense. And none of these rewards are amazing. Every 3rd battle spell you play each round costs 0. I think I've actually only got 0 cost battle spells right now, so that's not great. Maybe we'll go for Retain. Gain 2 mana just for this round. We'll do that. And, or sorry, it's called Build. The effect is Retain, where it'll always start in my hand. And you also get to keep drafting cards for your deck. So I could be wrong, I did the tutorial a while ago now, but I believe it's once you've gone through every card in your deck, like when your draw pile's down to 0, everything's in your discard pile, you will go up the next tier. So I was at 1 out of 6, now I'm at tier 2 out of 6, and when that ticks over, you get to draft more cards and add them to your deck. So yeah, we're just gonna grab minions. Shield is exactly the same as I think it's called Divine Shield in Hearthstone. I haven't played Hearthstone in many years now. I was hoping to get more flying minions, because obviously they'd be very cheap to play. Something to bear in mind is I can only play 5 more minions altogether, but at any point you can actually just drag a minion back to your hand. So if you're starting to get more powerful minions, you can get rid of your kind of weaker ones. Okay, here we go. Here's a way to exhaust, which is probably good. Also a good way of getting rid of some of the weaker ones, so we'll take Vent for sure. Middle Manager is just very funny. There's another way to exhaust. Kinda like that, because this could be quite strong. Let's do that. We're gonna go all in on exhaust if we can. And boy, we've got a good bit of synergy here. Blissful Bestie, if we put him down, and then we exhaust this guy, he gets buffed, this got buffed. Pretty strong. Yeah, he's pretty tough now. Kinda like that. You also get this healing card, which lets you restore 10 health, but each time you use it, it goes up 1 mana cost. Okay, taunt, so we got to attack that, very like Hearthstone. Yeah, it moves very quickly, so they had 1 left, so they do 1 damage to me, and then we just bash our heads against each other to do the final damage. It moves really quickly. Phoenix Egg is pretty useful. Another way to exhaust, though. Phoenix Egg is good. If I get down to 10 health, this'll automatically... if I get down to almost dead, this'll heal me at the start of next round. Or I could exhaust a card. Especially if I exhaust a minion, we could keep buffing up Blissful Bestie. Let's do that. We'll take Kill. We've got lots of ways of getting more mana. Okay, I think we need to start putting a lot more minions down. I only got 1 minion, so that's not great. But we could unravel here. Let's exhaust Eternity Perfume just because it's a bit expensive. Now we can get Talent Scout down. And we'll do that. So yeah, Talent Scout down. Get some more mana. Not enough mana, crap. We'll play this for sure. Let's exhaust Iron Bark. And now we can play Rule Breaker. So I think that's okay. These guys all have double strike, which means they'll attack twice each. So pretty dangerous, but luckily we'll clear one out completely with Frostbolt. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, great. That's not ideal. Well, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Phew. Yeah, so far I think I've found just getting as many minions on board is definitely good. We might want to try this again. So this guy's only got 1 health, but he's got 2 attack. So if we're forced to attack him, we'll kill him in 1 turn, but we'll take 2 damage. So we don't want that to happen. Flying. Seems kind of good. It will only cost 2 to put down, and we like that. Ooh, this would let me exhaust 2 cards in one go, I think. We'll take that. Sounds pretty good. This is also exhaust. We'll take that. And this guy wants to be exhausted. Ooh. Yes, maybe that. Okay, so if we put him down, or let's exhaust him. Yeah, that just went up by 2, and I think he went up 2. So can I do that again? Holy. Kinda cool. I guess let's put him down. And who should we be buffing? Let's buff her, because we want her to attack and survive. Like that. Well, she did not survive very... Oh, no, she's dead. I think we're probably okay here. I think we got enough bodies on the field. Yeah, doing a lot of fun synergies here. With, you know, like this going off whenever I summon something. You know, she summons. I quite like ban here, because sometimes you do come across, like, every minion on the board having taunt. So I might hold on to that. Normally I go for more relics, but I haven't really had any amazing relics so far. This one, shuffle the order of all of my minions. Doesn't really matter. I'm not, like, super ordering these in any particular way. We've got 2 minions to play. We'll do that. We'll get Frostbolt down. That's probably all we need to do right now. Let's see how this goes. 5 health is perfect because the Frostbolt gets rid of it. Oh yeah, look at this. So yeah, just flooding my board seems to work pretty well. And now, like, whenever one of mine... Oh my goodness. Whenever one of mine gets summoned, we do damage. Whenever one of mine attacks, we do damage. Fantastic. Okay, this one's pretty good. Give a friendly minion +1/+1, and then upgrade all, like, future version copies of Stoke. Nothing else is amazing here. We'll do that. We're onto the garden, so things are going to get harder now. Yeah, kind of spooky. Oh, but we get to draft. Here we go. I feel like I've got enough exhausting cards now. I don't love any of these. I might reroll. You can reroll for free once per draft. Might grab another flying one. It's kind of cool. We're kind of full, but we could bring back something who's not that powerful. Okay, we got the Dove of Avon, which is pretty strong. Gains +1/+1 for each friendly flying minion. That's only 2 right now. But we could bring somebody back to our hand. Like this guy we do not need on the field, so we'll get Dove of Avon out there. We could exhaust... Oh, I should have left him down. Crap. Is there anybody free to play? So if we bring him back, put Stubborn Bloke back out, it's bad use. There we go. And then we play Unravel on Stubborn Bloke. Just to buff this guy and this guy. Anything else we want to play? We can play Frostbolt. Who should we give? Let's keep doing you. I think that's fine. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit tricky because I think like we'll attack and then these three will go. This is going to get a little bit tricky, and when all of mine attack, they'll take 2 damage, so let's just see what happens. We've got enough minions, I think we'll be okay. Yes, this seems fine. No, my Dove of Avon! Yeah, luckily they've all got not a ton of health. Friendly minion attack, good stuff. Yes, good. Hooray, we did it. Not bad. Yeah, so far I have not been able to tell, like, I don't really have any idea of how each round's gonna go. We could get an exhausted card back. I don't really know if I need it. We've got, what have we got? We've only got those. Because I think everything else of exhausted has just come back. We'll do call. Sounds okay. Okay, he's only got, oh nice, we tiered up. Friendly, flying, friendly. Yes, flying, good. Oh, this one's really strong. We'll take that one for sure. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? At the start of the battle, they will activate the on-death effects of all their minions. Oh my god. Which will deal 4 damage to one of my minions 4 times. So that's really terrifying, actually. I don't quite know what I can do about that. I think we do need to get Dragon Rider down. I like this guy. He's not doing a ton. He's not really doing very much. So we'll bring him back and put Dragon Rider out. I think I need to move him forward, actually, because he needs to be attacking to get his buff. I had him too far at the end. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. We're going to lose like most of our board from this. Okay, not bad. I think we're safe. At the very least, they're not going to have minions to attack. Okay, we're just going to hit each other. Not bad. That was okay. I've seen way worse than that. Hey, that's kind of good. At the start of every battle, we'll trigger this, which will always activate this. So we'll start by doing 2 damage to a random minion. Kind of like that. We'll do that. Okie dokie. 4 health on this one. Lots of taunt. Who do we want to give taunt? This guy's the weakest. There you go. That's pretty much what we were saving that for. We want you to do that. We can also play this. There you go. And taunt. I don't know if we want you to have taunt, but you've got it now. Here we go. Bonk. Did someone have poison or something? Oh, that one's got cleave. Who knew? I do like that you can obviously speed up if you want. And whenever you mouse over something, it automatically pauses, which is quite nice. Oh god, I don't know if we're going to kill that gigantic ent. Oh no. I think I might lose right here. Yes, I am dead. See what I mean? Like, I have no idea how it's going to go. Don't think we unlocked anything there. No, we didn't. Yeah, I really struggled to have like an inkling of how the combat's gonna go. I'm just like, yeah, I've got 8 minions down, I'll just press go. And then I die, and I didn't really see it coming, but it's a very fun game. It's definitely a little hard to follow, I've found. You probably found the same, because you didn't even have like the 45 minutes I spent with the game before this video. So a lot of it kind of made sense to me, but like still, like the combat is so fast. I almost wonder if it's obviously got like a 2 times and 3 times speed settings. I almost wonder if it's worth adding like a half speed, just so you can kind of try and follow the auto battling stuff, because I do find it quite difficult to keep track of. You might also have noticed that there's no sound effects especially in the combat. Like, there's no like bonking sounds as the minions crash into each other. Hopefully that gets added. Like I said, I am playing the pre-release version, but yeah, just hopefully that gets added at some point. And some more graphic settings to hopefully unlock the frame rate. Those are my two real big asks. That's about it. But yes, overall, I found this very fun. I definitely found it easy enough to pick up, partially because, you know, it instantly took me back to Hearthstone, which, again, I haven't played in many, many years at this point. But a lot of the UI and a lot of the abilities were very reminiscent of Hearthstone, so easy enough for me to pick up because of that. There you go, that was a look at Become the Moon. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!